Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? We're just past the halfway point of Global Hack Week. How's it been? It seems like it's been a really exciting week from my end, but I'd love to hear more about how your experiences have been. Let me know in the chat, and also let me know if you can hear me okay, see me okay, and we'll get started. I am slightly chilled. It was a bit of a cold morning and an early morning. I had to take my cat to the vet for her checkup, so I am warming up. I think my cat is debating on whether she'll sit in the window today. She's just warming up with the window too. Ooh, people are having some reasonable mornings or evenings. I'm really glad to see. We've got everything's fine, everything's lovely. Hello, having a great time. We love to see it. Okay, let's get into things then. Welcome to day 5 of Beginners Week, and I'm so glad you're joining me for the last few of the week too. As for who you have today, you have me, Cecilia. I am a coach of Major League Hacking, and I'm enjoying the colder weather. And I mean cold. It's not that cold. If you're a Fahrenheit user, it's like in the 50s. If you're a Celsius user, it's like high teens, low 20s, like on the cusp of 20. Not quite the cold I want it to be, but I'll take it because it's quite warm here otherwise usually, so I'll take it. Anyway, as a reminder, if you are one of our folks in India, we do have the MLH AI Roadshow coming to you on, I believe, the 25th of January. Don't quote me on that, but do definitely go to that mlh.link/roadshow-in. You'll find out more, and you'll see a lot of our team. I know they're already posting on LinkedIn more information about it as well and who you'll get to see. So definitely try and take some time out and see if you can go. And if not, I'm sure we're doing our best to see if we can't have another roadshow somewhere near you, whatever that may be. Let's talk about yesterday. You built your first app with AI responsibly. That was with Vincent. I have to be honest, I didn't get a chance to catch this stream, so you'll have to tell me a quick summary in chat of how it went, but it looked very like chock full of information. Then you got introduced Gen AI web dev tools with Varshini. It looks like you were using an image describer and somebody had suggested describing a cat. Then you kicked off the web dev track with Kari. This is her bread and butter. I know she was briefly talking about mobile around this time point, but I'm sure you all had a great time with her. Then you started exploring embedded systems with Jocelyn. Looks like you were talking about Arduino Unos. Honestly, classic. Can't go wrong with an Arduino as far as getting started with hardware as you extend into your microcontroller journey, which there are so many microcontrollers. They all mostly work the same. Mostly. It's fine. You also kicked off the MongoDB track with Alberto late last night, early this morning, talking more about what is MongoDB, how to use it, and honestly, MongoDB is a frequent partner of ours, so if you go to an MLH event, there's a high likelihood you'll get a chance to compete with MongoDB. And as for what's happening today, as always, if you aren't able to catch this stream, you want to just get a quick preview, get all the check-in links, or you're looking ahead in future days, go ahead to ghw.mlh.io/schedule to find out more. But as for what's going on today, you've got Ryan doing Nature of Code. I think he's been like working through like a textbook or something. And it's been really, really interesting to like hear about it in passing. But that's 2 p.m. Eastern at 12:30 a.m. IST to discuss programming strategies behind computer simulations of natural systems. And somebody was supposed to like go ask him what natural systems was and then tell me in like Today in Global Hack Week last time he did this series, and no one did. And I made my best case judgment. So it's fine. Maybe someone will do that this week. Then you got Kari doing a static to interactive web dev for beginners part 2, continuing on from this morning/last night, where you'll be joining her at 7 p.m. Eastern at 5:30 a.m. IST to build dynamic web apps. And we've got part 2 of Alberto's MongoDB 101 at 11 p.m. Eastern at 9:30 a.m. IST to get introduced to document-based storage. And we'll wrap things up once again and come back together for another Today in Global Hack Week at 12 p.m. Eastern at 10:30 p.m. IST, where I'll be telling you all about what's coming up for day 6, which is our last day of Global Hack Week. But we still have another stream at the end of it all to wrap it all up, so make sure that you keep going as strong as you can, get those last live check-ins, so that way you can get your bonus swag. And as a reminder, make sure that you work on the featured challenges so you can be eligible for bonus swag, because in order to get bonus swag, you have to do basic swag first. And to do that, you'll have to do the featured challenges, which is usually going to be signing up with one of our partners and a couple other very, very, very like easy 5-minute tasks. We are going to finish early with today in Global Hack Week, so I encourage you to go ahead and jump on to ghw.mlh.io challenges or /challenges. So that way you can knock any of those featured challenges out of the way, make sure you're all good for your swag. So that way when we do our final check-in around closing, you'll already be good to go to be eligible. And as always, help us make Global Hack Weeks even better. We are always looking for feedback through the mlh.link/GHW feedback form. Let us know about streams you loved. Let us know about streams you wish you could have had more about. Let us know about streams that you're like, I wish I had seen this, or I wish that there were more topics, or maybe like, oh, this is an old topic. Like, can we get a refresher? Anything you'd like to tell us, let us know in that feedback form. And we'll do a quick Q&A, like a couple minutes worth. So if you do have questions, feel free to drop them in chat. If not, you are welcome to hop off and go ahead and work on those challenges, because I've given you back about 40 minutes of your time. It was a pretty short day, but it is a great time to work on challenges. So looking forward to seeing what you come up with. Ooh, people really loved Vincent's streams. Heyo. And someone didn't get the points email last night. I think it rolls out around sometime this morning, like in like either like now or like within a couple hours. It might still be rolling out. If you still don't get your points email, I would recommend opening a support ticket and making sure that you and be like, hey, like I'm not getting the points. Here's my email address that's associated with my MLH, etc., and the email that I'm checking. Any like hints, etc., and that way maybe we can get on it and see if we can't help you. But again, open a support ticket because you are going to be mentioning personal information. I want to say, off the top of my head, I haven't heard of one, but I wouldn't be surprised if there are hackathons in Italy. You might, if it's not through the MLH website, which you can always go to the MLH events website, where you'll be able to see all of our 2026 events. That is always updating week to week, month to month, because we are always getting new events being added. So keep checking back. I can't confirm exactly. I know ages ago there probably was. I know there was actually one in the Vatican at one point. That was definitely a one-time thing. But if you keep checking the events list, I would also recommend contacting the like GitHub campus expert nearby you in Italy, if you are based out of Italy, that you might be able to find out more information about hackathons that maybe might be smaller or differently focused than MLH hackathons, and you might still be able to like see if there's a hackathon that might eventually become an MLH partner, or just like serves a different community and a different like expectation. So 2 avenues: check out the 2026 season list on mlh.io/events, and or contact your local campus expert for the area that you're hoping to hack in. Maybe they have some ears on the ground and know what's coming up for you. Is there anything more than bonus swag? There is surprise swag, which is done periodically throughout the week. I can't confirm like when exactly. I know one's at opening at least, because I usually do that one. But there's surprise swag, and that I have no idea what it is, but it's the only other swag I'm aware of besides like digital swag, basic swag, and bonus swag. Where as long as you like are luck of the draw, get it at one of those surprise drawings, that would be your next best bet. All right, any new questions? There's not all that many of you today. You know, I've been asking this question for months. Siddharth has been giving out surprise prizes for like a year now, and I still have no idea what they are. And I'd like, it is truly a surprise. But if you happen to get it, or if somebody else gets it, then they can actually tell you what it is. But I have no idea what it is, which makes it definitely worth the surprise. You need to do featured challenge. So for basic swag, and we'll also go over this at closing, but like the instructions to make sure you get stuff. But in case you need a reminder or I don't do a great job, go ahead and watch the recording of opening where we'll talk about what the criteria is. There's like a slide that says like do like 1, 2, and 3, maybe 4, I think. But the first thing is make sure that you are checked into the event for the week. That is by authenticating your MyMLH with Discord. That will be your first step, and then it will allow you to check in for the event overall on my MLH, or the events.mlh something or other. There's the check-in link. Then you're going to make sure that you have submitted a recent address to mlh.link/address. If you've moved recently, or you're not sure if it's up to date, or you're oh, I have more information or something, just go ahead and resubmit it. We'll use your most recent submission. You don't have to do it every Global Hack Week, especially if things aren't changing. We'll just pull the recent one on file. And then you have to complete the featured challenges on our challenges page to be eligible. So that is separate for the points are some people really like accruing points. Some people like to be eligible for swag. Whatever your motivation is, it's a choose your own adventure. And I think, is there one other thing? If you want bonus swag, you have to check into at least 5 live events. So by being here right now, with me in stream. I've shared the check-in link earlier. I can share it again, but make sure you check in, register, all that stuff, and then you're good to go. That is impressive, and I wish you the most luck that you are able to complete all that you set out to do so. Since I've been reminded, let's go ahead. So here is the check-in link. As a reminder, if you haven't done that yet, go right ahead. And any last questions, and then we'll wrap up. Give folks a minute or two to go ahead and see if there's anything else. Check back in. Kostov, you should definitely check in on at closing. I want to find out if you did it, if you really completed every single challenge. So that means you got to make it to closing. Only a couple more days. Actually, 2 days. You are not a student. Are you eligible for swags? Yes, I believe so. We are a broadly available community. Sometimes our resources or tools may not be available to students. So that for example, the GitHub Student Developer Pack, but in our challenges, we have a way for you to bypass that, saying I am not eligible, but I, tried, or I'm not eligible. So there's a way for you to bypass that in challenges, but I think you should still be eligible for swag. As long as you do the instructions I just mentioned earlier, you should be okay. Closing ceremony will be on the 15th at basically this time. We'll start on the hour if you are in any of the hour-based time zones. If you are in the half-hour time zone, then you'll be starting at the half-hour mark. That is a great question that I do not have an answer for. I actually have no idea how many points things are. You will find out in your points email, or maybe someone can answer in chat for me. I've never gotten the points email. I used to participate in Global Hack Week before we did points emails, so I have no idea. No, today is not the closing ceremony. Closing ceremony is in 48 hours. It's just at this time in 2 days. So currently for me, it's January 13th. It's almost noon East Coast time, or it's just after noon East Coast. It'll be January 15th at noon East Coast time. All right, like I said, I want to make sure that folks get a chance to go ahead and complete those featured challenges, make sure they're eligible for the swag, and also can plan out the last 2 days if they haven't checked into at least 5 live events. There are still a few left that you can try and get. So all the best. Good luck. I hope you've been enjoying Global Hack Week. It seems like you have been. And I will see you tomorrow around the same time to do yet another Today in Global Hack Week. So thanks for coming.